People ain't working for free. People working because they got things to do. They got bills to pay. I thought somebody had gotten hurt. I totally remember the days when $75 that seemed like $75,000. Hey y'all, this is Tamika, the face behind Heyyy HR, and I literally eat and breathe HR. It's totally like my second language. So when I see different stories that pop up, it really catches my attention. So this one definitely caught my attention when I saw it on Instagram, oddly enough, that a man in Florida was charged with aggravated assault and a deadly weapon, felony of carrying a concealed weapon, and another felony of a possession of a firearm. And he's only 39 years old. This just happened in July 2024 down in Florida, which isn't far from me. I'm in South Carolina. Let me tell y'all the events of what happened. On this particular Monday back in July, he went into his employer's place of business at 10:30 in the morning, and he confronted not only his supervisor, also like his team was there, like his colleagues or what have you. He was upset about his paycheck. His paycheck was $75 short. Now, to many of us, we may be upset because we all want all our money. But to some of us, we might think it's not a lot. I'm gonna get to what I think at the end. Let me keep going through the events. So he showed a concealed weapon and he threatened everyone, and then he just left. So later, they found him at his home. He didn't hurt anyone. He was definitely charged. He had obviously got these charges on his record, and none of the resources that I saw if he got a $75 back or not, or if he faced time at all. Like,
I don't know.
But what I do want us to do is look at this story real quick, especially for the HR professionals, especially for those who work in payroll, especially for managers. Sometimes a certain amount of money might not seem like a lot to us. Like, why are they making a big deal over $75? But I tell my rags to riches story all the time, especially on LinkedIn. I have several videos where I've told everyone that I have very, very humble beginnings, and I'm glad for where I am now. But I totally remember the days when $75 that seemed like
$75,000.
And it literally would cause problems. Like, maybe I couldn't pay my light bill. Maybe I had to decide between gas and groceries. So what we have to do is always have an empathetic side where we remember, even if we hadn't been in that position before, but where we have empathy to understand that some things that seem small to us might be big to other people. And we have to really handle that with delicacy. So the biggest thing is to take employees' allegations or their feelings or their concerns just as serious as you would as if something happened to you. So it might have been $75 for him. If you're thinking of it as no big deal, then think to yourself, like, what amount in your paycheck you would feel some type of way if it's missing. And nobody gave you a warning. And you got a bill that's due today. And your check already ain't enough for what you need it for. Like, we literally have to put ourselves in their shoes. And then you have no clue where someone's headspace is. Personally, I wouldn't bring in a gun to tell somebody I need anything. It could be $75,000. I'm not bringing in a gun to tell somebody I need it. I probably wouldn't even go in there to tell them I need it. I'm probably just going to get, some help from wherever else to get this situated. But for him, that was the way he needed to handle that. And so we don't know what the situation was. And we just need to respect everyone. And the crazy thing about it is I remember early in my career, I worked for 2 different municipalities, and I was working at my second municipality. And when I worked there, the police department, the police chief, they all came. So it's a municipality. It's a local city office. So anybody can come in. The doors are always open. And so their concern was that they had received letters over the years because this man was sentenced to like 20 years or 25 years. He had served his time. The odd thing, I think he was sentenced to like 20 years. The odd thing about it is the police officer that charged him and took him to jail is now our chief of police. So this man had written letters over the years. They had kind of ignored it, verified that he was still in jail, things like that. But he wrote another letter when he was 2 seconds from getting out of jail. And then he wrote another letter after he got out of jail saying he was going to come and harm this particular police officer because he had done his research and seen that this man is now our chief of police. And so they were concerned because they were like, we don't know if he's just going to come in and harm the chief or if he's going to harm everyone. In anybody's mind, you might be like,
damn, 20 years done gone and this thing's still on my mind.
The crazy thing about it is we don't know what that 20 years was like for him. So as crazy as that had sounded to me, you know, I work in HR, so I read the letters. It was also scary. We had to do all these security checks and adding buttons and learning keywords and all of this stuff so that we could like really get the police department over there fast if something happened. And we know about a situation like that because he wrote these letters, right? But it's no different when somebody's paycheck is messed up. Like, that's how they live. And people ain't working for free. People working because they got things to do. They got bills to pay. They got a life they're trying to live. They got a family they're trying to take care of. Just be empathetic. My last thing is what I already told y'all. None of the articles showed that there was any physical harm to anybody. So I want to make sure I ended on that no one had any physical or bodily harm. But y'all, please use these things as a learning lesson. Like, do not assume that because ain't a big thing to you ain't a big thing to somebody else. In any situation, it doesn't even have to just be their paycheck. It doesn't have to just be that. Like, for real, leave it in the comments and tell me what y'all think. Like, what do y'all think about this whole situation? Because when I first saw it, I thought somebody had gotten hurt, right? I really thought like, oh my God, somebody didn't get hurt. So it was a relief that nobody got hurt. But I immediately thought to myself,
now see, they been wrong. Because you could have given this man a warning, your check short.
or maybe his check wasn't even short and he didn't know that was taxes. Y'all could have educated him or whatever. But difficult situation. For those of you who are new, I hope y'all enjoyed this short, quick video to tell y'all about this little trending topic in HR. For those of you who are returning, you know, we on this little trending topic things for right now because I'm just seeing stuff and I used to just ignore it. And I feel like I need to help y'all make the connection. And for some of y'all who already in your career, sometimes we forget about these little things and we need a little bit of a reminder. But for those of you who are starting your career, I want you to know these things truly do come to HR. Like, I literally got a list of stories of things that's happened to me that I'd be like, never thought I would experience in my career, but it's happened. So definitely just a bit of a forewarning. At the end of the day, I cannot wait to see y'all on the next video.